Hey, what's up, fool? I thought you were Tanya Estrada. Sometimes when my wife was telling me I gotta fix this right here so she can reach. I gotta lift my stomach up. Raises my stomach. Henry and Glenn, forever and forever. Welcome, kids. I know people don't like when transvestites or trans women read to them. How about a heterosexual man reading to you about two guys living together called Henry and Glenn? Forever and forever. Page 1. Hoo-ha, mommy! Children of the grave. Danzig.
Hey, man. Hey. Are we gonna play with your toys all morning, or are we gonna actually do a podcast today?
Oh, yeah, my bad. History for Foos, people! Oh, man, I got a lot of stuff that I have, and sometimes I don't get to them. And,
you got all these toys. I don't even have any toys.
Bro, I got you the ukulele over there. You never touch it, bro.
I thought that was to hit you over the head with.
He thought it was to hit me over the head with it.
Like, you go out like a...
Stop playing with it. He thought that ukulele was, hey, man, stop playing with your toys.
Stop playing with your toys. Let's get on with the podcast.
Bro, I think you stop playing ukulele. People are going to think we're still doing the history of Hawaii, bro. And you're that guy chasing Mamoa with no hair.
I'm the big kahuna.
The big kahuna. That means what was that again?
That was the person who like made a lot of spiritual decisions and stuff. But her role when we were talking about, that lady's role, because it's a dude or a girl, was to watch them have sex.
Bro, they call her the big kahuna now. It don't mean none of that, huh?
No, it just means you're a boss.
It means you smell like tuna sandwiches.
It means you're a fat thinks you're a boss.
And you also smell like tuna or something.
Yeah. You smell like tuna, yeah.
Like, it's weird, like in LA, they'll give you a nickname for, like if they don't know you, they'll randomly give you a nickname, bro. Like they just met you for the first time and you cough 3 times. Hey, here comes the cougher, bro.
You're always coughing, eh?
Like me, dog, I was in 3rd grade and for some reason, bro, I had something in my eye. Well, everyone thought he called me Blinky all year.
No, really? Yeah, that's fucking hilarious, dude.
Blinky?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. I'm going to give myself the light. Bro, I got my first ever health check.
Oh, yeah, you went to a physical.
So before they gave me they drew blood on me, right? It was a fucking cholo. I was scared.
Really?
Yeah, and he was like, I was talking.
Don't send him someone he feels comfortable with.
Yeah, it was a cholo, right? And so he drew blood, and and I remember asking him because he's like my age, right? He asked, he a little maybe like 4 years younger, so he might have been 34.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, man, he goes, I'm gonna draw blood from you, okay? He has tattoos, bro. He still look like a little gangster. And I asked him, did you go to school for this? No, back in the day, you didn't go to school for this.
Get the fuck out of here. Was he an old guy?
You're like, fifth. Now, back then, right now, he's probably 45.
So he probably got in when he was younger.
Young. When it was just a ROP program, probably.
What?
Or
like
just filling out stuff or drawing blood from a mannequin, I guess.
Right, yeah, because it's called phlebotomy.
Yeah, he learned that.
Holy fuck.
He drew blood, bro. And then
he did it good, though.
I don't like medical people having a sense of humor, bro.
Right, why?
It's just not funny. It's not there, bro. And he should, like, he's like this, he's like touching my veins, and he's getting horny. He goes, I got good ones, eh?
Oh.
Then he draws blood, bro, like a lot of blood. He took it all out. Whatever. But this time I went for the actual physical, bro, where you gotta take your clothes off.
Right, and they grab your...
Yeah. And I was like, why do I always gotta be somewhere where people... The first time we were on the first floor and everybody could see, bro, because the window was open. So the window was like this, dog.
Get the fuck out of here.
It was like a first floor like this.
No.
Where people were passing by and they could see.
Are you serious?
The first time, yeah. And this time I went, it was like in a third floor, but there was like fucking roofers working, bro.
So they could see through the window.
They could see everything, dog. On a shadow, they could see like they could see a head going down. And if you ever work with a bunch of guys on a roof or a kitchen, it's the same 5 guys. They all have a character. They already have a character.
Bro.
There's Butch, the guy who wants to go home and leave exactly as soon as the fire it's over. That motherfucker, the kind of person that leave if the shop is at 5, he's leaving at 5. He's dropping his tools. Then there's that one guy that starts sweeping everything off and putting his tool shed away and all neat. That guy is the kiss ass, and he probably shows up late every day, but he's gonna stay there for 7 minutes extra.
Right? Yeah.
Then there's that one dude that's been there forever, never rose to the top, but he dry humps everybody when they bend over.
That's so fucking funny, bro. Oh my god, that's so fucking.
And he's usually a short, buff motherfucker.
Right.
And you're gonna give him a Spartan kick all the time, but he comes back running. And there's that one homie that's young, and he's getting all the chicks, man. It's not really working, but everybody's all cool with it because he's fucking chicks. They don't mind.
He's the playboy.
Yeah,
that goes
but
out.
they don't mind. He's not working.
Right.
Oh, then there's the owner's son. Fuck that guy. He's a big rat. He partied with everybody, and he never rose up. He's still picking up nails. That's me.
He's getting fired by his dad every few weeks.
Bro.
Yeah. Were you the owner's son?
Yeah, but that's my character, bro. Cause I would show up, bro, in sweats.
Right.
Everywhere I went, I acted. I showed up working hardcore. That people thought that I was like a plant, like a rat.
You were like a rat. Like they put you there to just knock everybody else out. Because you're working so hard.
Bro, I would get away with it. Like when I was in rehab, they said, "Who wants to rake? Who wants to do the raking?" And I said, and I goes, "I'll rake, but I want to." Goes, "Where are you gonna put me?" Well, babe, bro, you have to be a raker closer to the forest. Okay. How about everybody else gonna be closer to the church and closer to the cafeteria and closer to the grounds. You and this homie gotta go over there. And a little homie that's been in the back forever, he goes, "Bro, pick the back." So all the fools, bro, they were being watched all day that were working in the front.
Right.
Me and him in the back, bro. Every time they would look over, we'll wave, and we'll grab a fake rake, dog. They couldn't even see it.
I did that at work release. I would stand there, and as soon as the CO would look at me, I'd start working.
So getting back to the physical.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like the warm up, like, "Hey man, man, I fart a lot," and you get to know the doctor, right?
Right.
Nah, dog. The guy who was the fucking doctor, he was short, like Meyer Lansky, bro, from Empire Boardwalk. Anyways, he's wearing a mask. Good. Like the executioner.
He's wearing a mask.
Not me.
Right.
They don't want me to know who he is later on. First of all, and I'm glad. I want to see that fool in the streets. See a man touch my balls and shit.
Right, yeah, that's the fool who grabbed
I don't want to recognize him, the guy aroused. That guy found on me, ladies and gentlemen.
Show me on the doll where he touched you, mijo.
All right, bro. I was standing like this.
Right.
And then he put my pants down. And my shirt was he put my pants down. Right? But see, I have backup because then my long shirt, my 3X shirt falls down. See, I wear a 2X. I'm supposed to wear a 1X, but torso. I wear a 2X because it's longer. But when I wear like shirts, I wear a 3X, right? Or 2X tall, like the kind that Ron Artest wears. Universal human being, whatever his name is.
Right.
Meta universal of the world. So this fool put down my pants, and my big shirt came down, bro. Like, you thought you saw my penis? No, you didn't. Third curtain came down. My long shirt is hanging over.
Curtain call.
My long shirt is hanging down like this now, bro.
Right.
So this motherfucker has to go like this, bro.
He's got to reach under your shirt?
He has to lift my shirt, bro. Like every other person that try to go down there.
Bro,
I make you a little house. So this fool, he grabbed my balls, breathe, the other one, whatever, right?
Cough.
And then I wasn't ready for this, bro. That fool said bend over, dog.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that was.
Yeah, because that's our age
that
now.
was a surprise.
Yeah.
So this fool said, oh, really? So that fool went like this and put it in there.
Yeah, I put a little grease on there.
And I was shocked by it, right? He went real deeper. No prostate cancer, by the way.
For you.
So he went deeper. Then I got shocked, bro. And that fool said, you're going to break my fingers.
I gotta go, bro. I can't be here anymore.
I'm not joking, dog.
Bro, get the fuck out of here. Oh my God, bro. He commented. He's like, man, you got a tight grip.
Dude, I stood
up. You're tight.
Dude, I stood up. Because then like this, and I stood, like, he went back for the prostate, but then I got up, bro. I just stood up.
Yeah, yeah.
And this fool went, Bob. So,
oh my God, bro.
So yeah, man. So then he goes, yeah, man, clean yourself off.
He throws a towel at you?
No, so I clean myself off, bro. I get like, wipe the jelly off. I'm like bending over, wiping and shit.
Oh my God, and, oh dude. Oh, this is...
I put my pants up. Because I wasn't ready for that part.
Right.
This part.
This is pushing my
I wasn't ready.
Another year.
I wasn't ready for this part. Because I thought it was just going to be like a thing, right?
Right.
And then this fool goes, what'd you do that for? What was that test for? Oh, that was for my pleasure. Joking around. No, bro, like
nobody laughed.
Nobody laughed, bro. My face turned into I guess in a situation where I get on the 5 mile stare out of no reason, bro.
Right.
I don't know how to do the 5 mile stare. I've heard of it.
Right.
Right. I guess somebody has to point you to it. All right, people.
I get it all. People, I think I look angrier than I am all the time.
I'm gonna try to do it now with the memory lapse as an actor, the way I've been learning, and I'm gonna do it to you. But I can't do it like automatically because I never really did it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know my face when you did the joke.
You have, but
yeah. People. Oh, that was for my pleasure. Then went like this, bro. Put it in his mouth. No, but I'm just joking. I'm like, I must have, but maybe it was my fault. I told that for the comedian, right? So then I said, what's crazy about that? I was surprised that you did that, and I'm glad I don't have prostate cancer. But my friend George Perez, he was locked up in prison, and he was telling me that they would put on these big tubes.
Yeah.
And get ready for war. And he goes, what kind of war? And he goes, why you? And I went like this. He told me that you bend over like this, and you stick this big rod out of your mouth, and you just start poking fools.
Get the fuck out.
And then like
out of his asshole, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He said that they will when it's wartime, they'll put them in there ready, and then they'll go into a corner.
Yeah.
And belly down.
Right.
And then it'll come out. It'll automatically come out, and then they'll just pull it out and just start going to work.
Here's the thing. Let me pause for a minute.
You want to get back to the doctor?
Go ahead. Never mind then. I just feel like it's the gayest shit ever to put things in your asshole to go fight people.
But you're in prison, bro. What are you gonna have that night?
I get it, but you're still, bro. Like you're shoving rods up your asshole.
I just hope I never go to prison, bro. And people hear this story and people go, Felipe, we heard that story, bro. Here's 2 knives.
We heard you're cancer free.
We heard you're breaking wrists and shit. We heard you're giving people carpal tunnel.
Maybe J-Rod can hire you for the pipe bending classes.
I can just picture him go, hey, bro, bend over, bro.
Bro, this week I got Felipe Esparza. He's the best pipe bender in the business, homie.
So that's funny how I'm gonna try to throw that. I know that I already do the I always do the joke about I'm gonna try to, but I'm gonna try to try it on a fucking on a bit.
As a bit on stage.
I broke my finger.
Bro, it's funny as fuck, bro. It's crazy that he said that.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, he was complimenting the svelteness of your interior, if you will.
Well, I'm the airbender, bro.
You're certainly the finger bender.
I'm the porcupine.
The porcupine?
If I'm a porcupine, bro, he would have got stabbed, bro. Bro would have went.
Just shot him full of needles.
Shot him, bro. But I was just imagine, man, like how cool if it would have been a woman doing it.
Right.
Joking around like that. Her big old softball hands.
It's a weird thing to say this. I'd rather it be a male doctor.
Not me.
Really? I don't know why.
I'll take a shaky ass old lady over a man.
Because I might find it sexual if she puts, like, I'd be like, hey, you know, like maybe that's what I'm afraid of. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I just
because I feel like my butthole and my ass is like that soap secret. Strong enough for a man, but made for a woman.
Bro,
play the commercial.
I gotta go. I can't.
We're gonna be fucking bending pipes with J-Rod, dude.
Oh my god, bro, that's fucking so funny, dude.
Yeah, man, history for full. Speaking of pipe fitting and fingers, this week is oil rigging.
And buttholes.
And this is oil drilling.
Oil drilling, bro.
Yeah, luckily he struck oil.
The doctor. I don't think that was oil.
It was that stuff before the oil.
Oh God, bro, that jelly.
History for fools. This week we're talking about Butch Escobar and the drilling and all the oil drilling that went down in Los Angeles. We're gonna mainly focus on Venice Beach, California oil rigs because it didn't last that long. Like all the other ones, like Signal Hill, still there. Mobile in San Pedro.
Did you know there's one at the Beverly Center? So the Beverly Center has, you know how it's curved?
Yeah.
In that curve, behind the curve, if you drive by on the other side in San Vicente, is a huge oil rig and processing plant.
That's funny you say that because right there by the Grove area,
yeah, and
that little the little motel right across the street,
yeah,
it's called the Farmer's Daughters Motel.
Yeah,
I think there used to be a baseball field there back in the day. That whole area, the Grove area,
yeah, that
was an old baseball field. I read about it somewhere. Can you look up the baseball field at the Grove? And I'm pretty sure there's oil rigs all up on the outside of it. Because you know I don't know, usually when they build something like that's gonna tear up the earth, like oil and all that, sometimes if the oil guy or the guy has a lot of money, he'll build a park, you know?
The owner.
And he'll build a park.
Yeah, the company will do that. To make the people feel better about what's going on in their neighborhood.
Or a hospital or something.
Right.
They were called the Hollywood Stars.
Oh, there was like a
minor league team. Yeah, they were called the Hollywood Stars. And they played right there at the Grove in 1908.
So we can go back to when we did the history of baseball. We talked about how like baseball teams were formed. I don't know if I left this out or we talked about it. But the way it worked back then was that you had, in the MLB, or what would have been the MLB back then, you had 1,000 teams or something like that.
Yeah.
Like all these teams from different cities. And then the top 20 would play each other in their own like kind of little league. And then then they would have like a championship. So like that kind of makes sense because like there were all kinds of like baseball fields all over LA back then. I know there's one. Oh, there they are right there.
Hollywood Stars.
These are the Hollywood Stars, huh?
And where do they played at?
Yeah, it looks like it was called Gilmore Field.
Yeah, Gilmore Field.
Yeah.
Gilmore Oil.
Gilmore Oil?
I think it's Gilmore Oil. Looking for Gilmore Oil?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Shout out to our new engineer, Xavier, who's like kind of figuring out things on the fly and under fire. So bear with us.
If you go to the Grove, there's like a little gas station thing there, and then that's the Gilmore Gas Company.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, I know what that is. I totally know what that is because
Yeah.
I eat there for lunch like at least once or twice a week.
Yeah, so Gilmore Gas Company, and that was a gas station. They owned that baseball field back in the day. And this is left over. And I think they used to own the motel across the street called the Farmer's Daughter. And look, that's all the oil rigging that was going down over there. That's the place that Butch is talking about by San Vicente.
Yeah.
But there's
Can you
some
look
that
up
are still.
Beverly Center from the top? Like look up Beverly Center
think
Google View or something like that.
I think the one that Butch is talking about is the one that still stands and is hidden somewhere.
So this one is behind it's crazy to me because it's behind the Beverly Center and it still exists. It's still there. I drove by it yesterday on my way to the Comedy Store. See, that's the curve of the backside of the Beverly Center.
Yeah.
On the right hand side. And if you can see those little oil tankers right there, see those little tanks? Those two circles in the middle? Yeah, that's the oil rigging right there. That's the whole thing right there. It's crazy because it's the Beverly Center. It's in Beverly Hills. The Beverly Hills actually turned out a lot of oil.
Oil drilling began there in Venice Beach in 1925, transforming the coastline into a landscape dominated by hundreds of oil derricks. Key details about the Venice oil boom. Discovery and peak. Following the discovery of oil in 1929, the Venice oil field was producing 450 wells within just 2 years.
Yeah.
By 1931, it had become the fourth most productive field in California. Because there was other places that were drilling shitload. Signal Hill, probably the biggest one.
Biggest one, right?
Signal Hill is also mentioned in that movie, There Will Be Blood. When he's telling the story to those people, he's telling them, he goes, "Oh, I got 120 wells in Signal Hill producing 200 barrels a year."
That was about LA. I never watched it. It was
Yeah, but he mentions little Signal Hill. He mentions those people, Fremont.
So the first successful drill in California was in an area called Pico Canyon, and the first drill was Pico number 4, and that drew oil at 25. Just to give you guys an idea of what these do, 25 barrels a day it started, then it went up to 158 barrels a day, and this was like proof that LA had oil. This is the first, and this thing ran till 1990 in Pico Canyon. So like that just gives you an idea of how long oil like. And then the other thing is if you can look up Los Angeles oil fields, it'll give you an idea of like there's so much oil. I didn't know how much oil was here in LA. Like, did you also know that like look up a map? Yeah, can pull a map. That was not like a great one. But if you go back to the top actually and click on that one in the middle. Oh, sorry. That one in the middle right there.
Yeah.
So that's the middle of Los Angeles. Okay.
Back in the day, huh?
Yeah, and if you can notice, there's a cluster that moves in a line all the way through Los Angeles. So this actually, if you go on a map and look under Dodger Stadium, and then go all the way to Vermont Avenue, that is the amount. That is just the oil patch that was running through LA.
I think there's no I think earthquake are caused by all those fucking poles we have all over the city, bro.
You think we like kind of fucked up the ground by doing that? I mean,
yeah,
dude,
and then every once in a while, some magnetic force shoves everything around.
Push them back together. Well, yeah, I mean,
I'm just guessing.
Well, we kind of talked about it when we talked about lava. Did we talk about? Did we have a discussion of lava on our show last?
No,
week?
last week was 536 AD.
Oh, okay, that's exactly what we did.
Somebody mentioned in a comment
Yeah.
that we should talk about the 536 AD Mesoamerica, but you mentioned it, right?
I did mention
The volcano in El Salvador.
Yes, yeah, because
That was another one.
That was the one that triggered. But so when we talk about lava, like the whole world is set on top of lava almost. Like, and then so where we are, there's a lot of lava that's pushing around underneath, and then that's like as it's drying and cooling, that's setting the Earth's layers and shit, dude. And then they push together, and that's where we get earthquakes. Like when you look at mountains and stuff, like not like we pointed out mountains that look like volcanoes, but when you look at a mountain range, that's actually the earth smushing together over time because of, and then that movement is what causes earthquakes. But that's the thing though, is like we don't know the damage that we do to this fucking planet. Like when we start drilling deep, because we're talking about Venice Beach, and we're gonna talk about, as we get into the Venice Beach oil fields, we can talk about the pollution that it caused and like kind of all that it ruined.
There was canals in Venice Beach before the oil drilling, right?
Yeah.
They were handmade or they were already there?
What? The Venice Beach?
The canals.
So the canals were not handmade. That's a great story. It was discovered by a dude named Abbot Kinney, who came from...
Abbot Kinney, we mentioned him in the one about we're doing about the
LA Water, right?
LA Water.
Yeah.
Because he was a realtor over there.
He was a realtor. And so he actually designed the Palisades map, and then he lost the Palisades development program during some sort of like economic breakdown. But then him and his buddies went in on a piece of property on the beach that had a casino. And then over a couple of years, they kind of realized like that they didn't get along with each other. So he was like, well, let's break it up into fours and we'll flip a coin to see who gets the half. Who gets to pick the half. So he wins the coin toss. And then he decides to go ahead and go with the worst half of the property, which is this like lagoon marsh thing filled with all kinds of water. And he says he's going to build the next Venice of America. Because he got to go to Venice for school and he really fell in love with it. So he breaks down so he digs up a lot of the marshlands. He excavates all the water out of there, puts in salt water, and he makes the canals. And they're really beautiful.
They're beautiful to this day.
So July 4th, 1905, but the canals we see now are only a quarter of the canals that were there.
There was more canals before the oil drilling.
Like Venice. It looked like Venice, Italy. And in fact, like some houses were on islands where you had to like get a boat to the mainland. Which wasn't far. You just paddle across the way. But
so it was better than it been. So it was like canals, like almost like Venice and Amsterdam.
Yes. Yeah, it looked a lot like it, and people were really enjoying it. The problem was
1900, right before when it was
1905,
the Gilded Era, probably.
And so you were looking at. So Elder Kinney died the year that they started putting in the first oil derricks in Venice Beach. So he didn't even get to see them destroy his vision. But the other problem, and I will give this all fairness, as bad as oil companies are, they didn't do a lot of the damage, or they didn't do all the damage. The biggest problem with the canals was nobody saw this because back in the day, we don't think about science. Still, apparently we don't think about it now. But when you put salt water in like a basin and then you let it sit there for a series of time, it creates certain algae and things. Salt water is not supposed to just be sitting around. And that's what was happening was that this is sea salt water. So there's algae, there's all kinds of shit that's forming in the water there. It's starting to fucking smell. But then you have the oil companies come in and start drilling. I wish there was some way that I could introduce the drilling of oil to Venice, because I really tried to look up like what created this boom all of a sudden. And it was just that all the oil was being discovered. There's so much oil in LA, even to this day. There's a ton of oil like in the fucking floor of LA. And the one thing that's so beautiful about it to these oil guys is that it's super close to the surface of the earth. Like if you go to like the Brea Tar Pits,
You know, bro, there used to be a guy named Jose. What do you call that fool? Hoser, Vacuna, because that's where a lot of pimples. Some kid called him that. And he actually my son's godfather, actually.
Okay.
My first son. Shout out to him. And so we started calling his brother Caveman, and then it became so much that they started calling the whole family Caveman, bro.
Oh, no shit.
So we'll pass by there,
Right.
and we'll call it Jose's armpits.
Yeah. I mean, if they were cavemen, this is where they actually
If a person were to jump in there, what happens?
dead, gone, died.
You can't pull them out.
Fuck no, bro.
You get stuck. You just sink.
Bro, by the time you get you get some sort of support to come and get you out, you're gone.
You can't even pull them out with a hook.
Fuck no, bro. No, I don't think so, dude. That was the thing with the Brea Tar Pits.
So you'll fall and just thickens that, huh?
The picture on the right shows exactly what happens. Is animals go to get... So what happens is animals go to feed over there, like those mastodons right there that you're seeing, and then they get stuck in it and can't get out. But what happens is some tigers will... Start
eating them, huh?
Well, they'll come over and start to eat them, but what happens then is they get stuck in there as well. The Brea Tar Pits is like one of the #1 spots that has fossils, like perfectly preserved fossils, because they're digging them out of the tar pits. Now, that big tar pit, when you first pull into Brea, that's not the only tar pits. There's some in the back, but what's even crazier, and this is what I'm getting at, when I talk about oil closest, because tar is what we get our oil from. It's just unrefined. So we suck that into a tube, and
that's how much oil there's in that area that just bursted out, huh?
Fucking crazy amounts of oil, bro.
So we're just talking. I'm just thinking about those dinosaurs that we don't even know that so many of these things bursted all over the world and they all sunk in.
Yes, because
and then they got closed.
Right, exactly, because this wasn't the only one. You know, like, and that's the thing is that over time, you know, like I said, as earthquakes happen, it pushes the planet together. I mean, we have a whole thing called the continental drift where we know the continents have shifted. But the most interesting thing about this to me, the tar pits, I mean, to me, the tar pits was one of the most interesting museums I've visited in Los Angeles so far. Yes.
When?
Twice I've gone. I've taken my girlfriend and my son. And I went last month, I took my girlfriend. And because she's really into all that stuff. But if you go outside the tar pits, there's buildings that are nearby. There's like business buildings. There's a couple of residential buildings. And you look where the gardens are or where the planters are, and even some parts of the street, you can see tar seeping up through the streets. So this tar deposit is underneath the earth, and the only thing you can see is the pool of tar right there, but it spreads all over the earth. The other thing that I know is that the Native Americans that lived here used to they were called seeps. And seeps were these little pools of tar that came up under the ground. And again, if you go to the tar pits, you can see them in the grass. They have like cones over them because they happen all the time. They would use them to like seal their boats. So they were using tar. You're not too far off from the caveman thing, you know, because they were using tar to do, you know, seal their boats and to make crafts with it, to fucking make, see that? Dude, those are all over the streets in LA.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just walk by them because you see them everywhere, and you probably think, well, that's part of the asphalt, or no, that's a tar seep. That's coming up from directly underneath the earth. That's the thing with LA is that, you know, if you look at LA and you think, oh, La La Land and all these fucking people want to be famous, and you got the seat of entertainment there, you got the most wealth in one area is here as well. And you just think, well, this is how it's always been. No, the reason why LA is because of the oil that was here. That's what brought people here big time. I'm going to add one more thing before we move on to the... Do you remember, because you were around here in 85, do you remember the Ross exploding?
The Ross?
Yeah. So there was an explosion in 1985, March 24th, 1985. Methane had started to seep out in LA.
Cause you know what, over here on Quartz Hill,
they
there's they have a leakage of gas over here.
Yeah,
And
Oh, yes! At fucking...
Quartz Hill.
Something Canyon.
Look leakage in Quartz Hill.
Methane had seeped up into the Ross.
The what?
And this is methane. Like gas, you know? Like, because they were building the Red Line at the time. And so fucking gas had started to seep out from all the drilling. You know, you talk about how we hurt the earth. Methane, all the old drills that had been covered up, all the capped off ones, had been mowed through by that fucking drilling machine. And then it was letting out methane. And methane was coming up and building up into that Ross.
People died?
I don't think anybody died, but there are quite a few people injured.
They were shook.
Tell me about the 1984 explosion in Los Angeles due to methane. Let's see here.
85.
Oh, 85, yeah. An explosion due to methane buildup occurred in Los Angeles on March 24th, 1985. It happened in Fairfax District at Ross, injuring 23 people. No one was killed. The incident had lasting impact on building regulations. So yeah, now we have like all over the city. I don't know if you've noticed these. I've noticed them. There's these things that sit on top of like telephone poles, and you can hear them whirring. If you go to your, that's a methane gas like detector.
Yeah.
So it's something we have to live with here in LA that I don't think a lot of people know about, you know, because we talked about
we're ready to explode.
We talked about the hidden oil drills, but you know, I mean, there's also a chance something might explode.
Look up gas leak at Quartz Hill. QU.
Yes.
ARTZ. There it is, bro. Look, that's been going on for a couple of years now, bro. What do they say on it?
Yes.
See right there?
You like see it.
Yeah, you can see it from the earth, dude. It's crazy, and it's been burning since like 2005 or something like that.
Yeah, it messed up water in that area and then they clean it up and it goes bad.
That's Aliso Canyon?
Yeah.
And it's been burning since 2015.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, what's her name?
It's like polluting too.
Rachel, the first time I heard about it was Rachel Maddow was talking about it. And then this guy I used to listen to on Sirius called the Brown Eagle. It's a black dude. He started mentioning, he goes, man, they got meth. Because that's a conservative city, I guess. Yes, is it still leaking though?
Yes. Yeah.
And do they grab it? Here it is.
So
there it
Rebecca,
is, bro. Look.
Dude.
Look, it is.
Coincidentally, Rebecca sent this to me like a week ago and was like, can you believe this is happening in LA? And I was like, holy shit, no. I had no idea we were going to be even talking about this. It's just funny to me that things pop up right before.
Yes, that goes to tell you, bro, that the environmental impact of the oil drilling in Venice was the rapid and extensive drilling led to severe pollution.
Yeah.
The canals became filled with oil sludge. The drilling waste fouled the waterways and beach. The oil boom was short-lived, with the production dropping drastically by 1932 as the wells began to run dry. As the wells were depleted, the city worked to remove the unsightly derricks. By 1970, most wells were capped, and the last remaining well from Venice was 1991.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? That they were like so recent, that they capped them so recently.
Oh, so man.
Oh, look at that. They said they tried to cap this one in February of this year.
They tried to cap that one in February of this year, but they couldn't cap it, right?
Yeah.
It's just exploding like crazy, dude.
And there's a place called, look at this up in Venice Beach.
Yeah.
This was what Butch was talking about at Beverly Center, how they hide these drills. It's called the Camouflaged Lighthouse. One of the last oil wells at the Venice Pavilion was camouflaged as a lighthouse, which stood until the field was completely depleted in the early 1990s. This is one of several creative ways to hide oil operations that became common in Los Angeles. Today, a fenced-off concrete area remains near the beach as a reminder of the former oil state. See that oil? See right there? That's an oil thing.
That's an oil derrick? Does it have a light at the top of it?
Yeah, they just hide it, bro.
Yeah, there's...
Hey, man, let's say something, bro. People talk about how, oh, man, that Los Angeles is so one of the liberal cities. And I looked up the top 10 liberal cities, and guess what?
No, it is... Yeah.
Los Angeles didn't even come as top Top 12.
No, it doesn't.
San Francisco #1.
San Francisco should be #1.
It is #1.
It should be like San Francisco, Oakland, Berkeley.
Oakland.
Berkeley to me is the most.
Yeah, Oakland is second. I don't even know, bro.
Oakland should be #1. San Francisco should be #2. Berkeley should be actually #1, but it's not a big city.
We hide the stuff well in LA. Cause
LA, when I moved here, bro, because I come from the Bay Area where everybody's very liberal. And when I moved here and started hanging out with people at the
New York is more liberal than here.
Way more liberal, bro. This place has a lot of conservatives living here. A lot of conservatives. I mean, we have conservatives.
They move over here, bro.
Good.
They move over here from other conservative places to not be conservative, but then they realize they just can't hang, bro.
So they're like migrants.
They miss fucking
They can't hang.
They miss their spaghetti with chili, bro.
Bro, oh my god, dog! They missed the Piggly Wiggly. They can't fucking hang because, and that's why I know that they're there. Because
they want it inclusively, but not like this.
Because we are majority liberal here in LA.
That's why they're like we're conservative, but there's a lot of Mexicans too who are conservative.
So many Mexicans that are conservative.
I don't even know how to spell conservative, and they're conservative,
bro. So fucking I do a joke.
So isn't that crazy? The joke about
no, go.
No, you go back to the lighthouse.
Yeah, and then we had those everywhere. There's like Sutter Tower, I think it's called, which was old building in Pico Robertson that looked like a business building, but it had an oil well in it. There's the Tower of Hope that was in the middle of Beverly Hills High School's football field that they just took down in like 2017 or something.
Basically, man, what Butch is saying is that if it wasn't for those buildings that's covering up these oil rigs, it'll look like Lost Hills.
It would look like shit.
Lost Hills.
Yeah, it would. It looked like Lost Hills or Oildale.
Oildale, bro.
Yes, dude. See, there's the Tower of Hope right there.
Let me see where that
at.
How
the fuck do you not know that? Why would you call that the Tower of Hope to top it off?
Where's that at?
That's in the middle of Beverly Hills High School's football field, bro. It's not
still
there anymore. They just took it down. But
they were busy drilling one for years, huh?
It was fucking drilling.
So any minute they could have blew up the whole school, huh?
That's also what's crazy to me is that it's worth putting kids in danger. You want to know the other thing that's crazy? This is just a side note. Disney, Disney cruise ships where you get on and you go for a cruise and you stop at destinations. That ship picks up oil at one port while it's picking up passengers, picks up crude oil, raw oil, and then has a refiner underneath you can look this up. Disney doesn't hide this. It has a refinery underneath the ship, and it refines the gas. So by the time it ports again, it unloads the gas, and it's making money while it's making money, basically.
Money don't sleep.
Yeah, see, those are oil refineries. Those are fucking oil refineries. But that's just a side note. That's just
it looks like a luxury cruise.
Yeah, but underneath it, there's on the very lower deck of the cruise ship, is an oil refinery. But that's the thing, man. Is like so, and that's kind of what we're getting at because when you look at Venice Beach, sorry to make you jump from thing to thing, Xavier, but when you look at Venice Beach, look at the oil derricks on Venice Beach. It looks so ugly, dude. Like that was a thing that was baffling to me because I thought that Venice Beach itself. I know I wanted to do a painting, but I got sick.
This is how it looks. Look, bro.
Yeah, there it is.
Look at that picture right here of Venice Beach.
Yeah.
That's the one that drew. Look.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the exact drawing.
Just I had mountains.
You did.
I did the Santa Monica side.
You did. I was gonna say, where did those mountains come from, bro? That's San Diego back there.
It's funny, but back then there was people there were environmentalists back then, but they lost the battle.
They super lost because that was the thing. It was like so in Venice Beach. There's a great series called Lost LA on PBS, and it's all on YouTube. And they have the Venice Beach one. So what's crazy is that Venice Beach was this beautiful place that we talked about that Abbot Kinney had invented. The other thing about Abbot Kinney that was really dope was that he hired black people at a time when nobody wanted to hire black people. So one of the architects and builders, the top architect and builder of Venice Beach, is a black guy. Okay, and Abbot Kinney's driver was a black guy. So they needed, so they had this little neighborhood where they were putting black people, and then it was closest to the oil derricks, obviously, and they were complaining. They were saying we're getting sick. There's things that are happening, and nobody would believe them until oil started showing up in the fucking canals. And then one person even complained that the sand on the beach was clumpier and felt different, and so that's what's amazing to me is that I thought the beach was built before. I mean, after the oil derricks had left, but the oil derricks came in between
In between.
and fucked up the beach. It fucked up the canals. It's why we only have a quarter of the canals left because we had to fill them up because of all the pollution that the oil derricks were causing.
I remember swimming in San Pedro Beach. Cabrillo Beach. Cabrillo, look it up.
Okay.
Cabrill. Cabrillo Beach, bro. That beach you could be swimming and a fucking oil. You can see oil in the water. Bro.
Oh yeah, because San Pedro's a big oil place, right?
Look up oil and water, oil in Cabrillo Beach.
Bro. Yeah, you can see that rainbowy shit right there. That's fucking oil.
Cause Mobile is near there, bro. Mobile
Right.
and they're right there by Gaffey.
They try to tell you that they
Put up oil rigs in Gaffey and or Gary Street in San Pedro.
Gaffey?
Yeah, Gaffey. Look, bro, boom.
Oh yeah, look at those guys.
Boom, bro.
Holy shit, dude.
And that's by the Cabrillo Beach.
That's by the beach. Dude.
Yeah, bro. When during 9/11, we really thought that all those were gonna get bombed because there's a shitload of them.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, there's that. The ones
Look, they don't hide those.
They don't hide. They can't. You can't hide those. That's a refinery.
Also, man, there's oil refineries by the LA airport. Because I remember,
oh my God, so
in
much.
that movie Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Yeah.
Remember how he's
running.
He's running and he feels the dirt.
Yeah.
And then Eddie Murphy touches the dirt, and he realized, and then he went walking, and he goes, "Where did your father jog at?" Because he has like this oil slick on his foot. Oh, he jogs over there by the blah blah, right?
Yeah.
And then Eddie Murphy went over there and touched that dirt, the dirt on the shoe, and realized this dirt has oil, and then it belongs to the cops.
So he was able to figure out where he was jogging.
But right there, you can see all the oil rigs.
Yeah.
And they got and they made it real. They made it look like that, all orange all of a sudden, bro.
Right. I remember that. I totally remember that scene where it's him running. But anytime you take off out of LA, you can see the rigs to the right. There's a lot of interesting stuff that is going on around LAX, like the abandoned village. But to me,
that sky view you showed me, bro, the abandoned village, right?
Yes.
Of all the oil.
Yeah, see, there's the abandoned village, dude, on up there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so when you drive towards Playa del Rey, from San Pedro along the coastline, you'll pass these as you get towards LAX. You'll pass this little village that was abandoned. And part of the reason is because of the runway and they're extending the airport, but also because the pollution from next door was kind of encroaching on them as well. So the neighborhood itself started just to dilapidate and become, I guess, an unwanted place to live.
It just looks so crazy. It's like right next to the water.
Isn't it? Have you been there before?
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy? Yeah. Yeah, it's such an interesting part of Lost LA. I think there's like a huge portion of LA that's been built over or like abandoned, and I think this is one of the most interesting things.
I think by the tail end of 1942, a total of 47,488,128,000 barrels of bubbling crude had been sucked out of the shoreline, and with the wells running dry and the unsightly oil derricks were being removed as the population grew and the city yearned to get its beach back, bro.
Right.
By 1972, almost all the wells had been capped. Except not all that remains is that fucking lighthouse, bro, like I told you.
During the 30s, we were like the, this is not me quoting, this is a quote from someone else in that documentary I was watching. But during the 30s, we were pretty much the Dubai of the world. We were giving we're supplying the world with 1/4 of fuel needed, of oil needed. So we're a huge supplier of oil at this point. And this is just LA. This is not California. This isn't the United States. Just LA itself was supplying 1/3 of the country's gasoline and oil needs. Jesus Christ.
So that find a picture. Go to a short a website called. Just put a short history of Venice, and then it'll just pop up. And there's a picture of people swimming in the beach with all the oil rigs in the background. Look right there, bro. There it is. Boom, bro.
Oh shit. And yeah, can you imagine, man? You have this beautiful.
And look, a colored one. And then the next one is by the. Look at that beach. That's
Right there by the water.
Yeah, can you imagine? You have this beautiful neighborhood. It looks like Venice, Italy, and then all of a sudden these fucking jack fucks come in and put all these huge oil derricks all over, dude. And it's like, again, it's not just an unsightly thing.
That's on Washington Street, bro. By Venice.
Wow.
Go to the next one. Go back, another one. And leave for the just swimming, dog. Like whatever. Whatevs.
Whatevs, dog. And they're swimming in it. They're fucking. And again, these people have no idea.
You play a video on YouTube. It's called Venice of America, and play without sound. That way we won't get busted, eh? We'll play a little bit of it, and you can see Albert Kinney's Venice real before the canals. So look, he's out there. That's Venice Beach right there.
Yeah,
bro.
he originally
go forward it, and look, that's plane, and then go right there. That's like when the first oil.
Well, he originally lived in Pasadena, but he didn't like the weather, so he moved to the beach, and that's where he started buying up.
So that one there, how bad it was, bro. Look how bad it was.
Yeah, that's original Venice Beach right there, dude. That's original Venice Beach. That's original. Those gondolas, all of them, except for a couple that were built.
Homes.
Yeah, that is still there, part of it. Wow, amazing how that. It's crazy to me how back in that time we were able to develop something.
You know, at that time, Olivet Park Lake in Boyle Heights looked like that. They had gondolas too, but they had no homes. But I guess it was a style to have a Venice Beach style back then.
Right, yeah, well, he was trying to...
MacArthur Park had canoes, little Echo Park.
I'm sure a lot of LA's architecture came from Venice Beach's ideas because, you know, the time that he was building Venice Beach, LA wasn't much.
Nah.
There was not a lot. There was a lot of forest. There was a lot of just desert land. There was a lot of emptiness.
Hey.
So this probably...
Yeah, look how bad it is, bro.
This probably inspired a lot of people that built the rest of LA because, yeah, I noticed...
That's still LA because they look like... It is LA or Amsterdam.
No, that's Venice. That's Venice for sure.
Venice Beach?
Yeah, no, that's Venice, Italy itself.
Okay. Now go forward.
Yeah, there. right back there. There you go. Right around there is Venice Beach.
That's Venice Beach.
And there used to be like a huge salt bathhouse. They had like a big lagoon that they would have like replica battles in, and then you could go swimming in. You know, when Albert Kinney developed this place, he wanted it to be a cultural arts center. And he wanted people to come and have fun, but also learn stuff, you know. And that's the thing, man. I think Venice Beach. One of the things I love about Venice Beach, and I've talked about this off the podcast with you, is how much I want to live there because it's a cultural renaissance continuously happening.
Maybe go to the forward to the oil. Go to the end, right there, and then boom, bro.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a Ferris wheel. But anyway, leave it there.
Yeah,
the fucking they have to be. I mean, it's funny how LA works, bro. Like they just couldn't just go to Venice because Venice was not an incorporated city yet.
Yes, you're right.
They did the same deal they did. Well, if you want water,
right,
show your water off.
Yeah.
So once they incorporated Venice Beach into the city of Los Angeles, that's when it was okay to go start putting their finger in there for oil.
Right. Well, you had people like Hermosa who was laying down tracks all over LA.
That was the name, Hermosa?
Yeah, remember we talked about that in the water episode where Hermosa, which Hermosa Beach was named after, was laying down tracks all over LA. He was like he got a lot of money out of the gold era, and then he went to LA, and what he was doing was he bought all this property and then he laid out tracks, and then he would sell property in bulk to whoever developed it. And then the idea was like you could buy this whole piece of land, it'll have a train coming into it and a station. And that's kind of how LA was built. Like Hollywood was built like that. Palisades was built like that. Like fucking, maybe we could do an episode on transportation in LA and talk about how there used to be trains that went all over this place, like in Europe.
How about history of black beaches in LA?
Oh shit! Like where black people had to go.
Yeah, there's a black beach in Venice Beach. You know where it is? Here's Venice Beach.
Yes.
Here's Santa Monica.
Uh-huh.
There's a tiny little piece that used to be the black beach.
It used to be called Oak something, right?
Look up Black Beach and Venice Beach. Look at there, bro. Look. Bruce's Beach, bro.
Bruce's Beach, dude. All right. Well, that might be another episode.
Yeah, man. To do. What else you got, bro? Is that it?
That's all I got, man. I mean,
there you have it, people.
It was a very quick history, but it was something that we were very interested in, wanted to share with you guys.
And I'm gonna give you more history of Venice Beach, bro. There's 3 big ass gangs in Venice Beach. Oh. There's the Venice Beach locals.
Okay.
Which is pretty much all the people you saw in that skateboarding movie.
Yeah.
Dogtown.
Lords of Dogtown.
Lords of Dogtown. Those were all Venice cholos. And then there's also I don't know if they're still around, bro. The Venice Shoreline Crips.
No shit.
Still around? Then those fools used to patrol Venice Beach during the 1980s, bro, 85. Uh-huh. And then if you wear like a red tracksuit, they thought you were blood, they jump you, bro.
Get the fuck out of here. So if you were to go with that, would they jump you?
Yeah, they asked me where I'm from.
They're like, what's up, fool? Where you from, dog?
Yeah. What's up, fool? Shout out to that guy that dressed up like a hillbilly.
Which one?
Remember that black dude that dressed up like a hillbilly? I told you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. What was that guy's name?
Shrugs. I don't know.
I can't remember, but he dressed like a hillbilly and went to the fucking racetracks and made fun of. He did like whiteface.
Yeah. So how was Elkhart, Indiana?
Bro, so we went to Elkhart, me and you. And then we did Milwaukee the next day.
Yeah.
Elkhart was great. The people there that showed up were really fun. I'll be honest, I was a little scared of the weed factor. I kind of was like, felt more paranoid than I usually do when we go out on the road. But Elkhart gave us a nice warm reception. However, Milwaukee was like walking through a dream. It was amazing. It was a dope filled ballroom.
Also, shout out to Aaron from Hayward in Elkhart.
He
hooked us up with candies.
Yeah. Oh my God, bro. Those edibles were those were the best edibles I think I've ever had.
And shout out to that comic we met up there from South Bend. I forgot your name already. Cruz. I don't know.
Man, I wrote it down. I told him to hit me up.
And those people that walked up to Butch, that listened to the history for Foos.
Thank you, everybody who did do that. Oh, yeah. I have a couple of shout outs that I want to give out to the Venmo people. I got a couple of Venmos this week. So I want you guys to know that your money is going to go towards
shout outs.
The next books that we get and the next things that I get. All products. If you guys send something to Butch Escobar Venmo, it's just Butch Escobar. I promise you all proceeds will go towards the podcast and research for the podcast.
And he'll mention your business on the podcast.
Oh my God, what am I fucking?
You are, bro.
J-Rod, let's go for it.
$50. He'll mention your business.
You know what? I will. Totally. You're fucking right. Yeah.
But you know what? If you're living like in Southern California, because most of our listeners are from Southern California, a lot of listeners are from Los Angeles, a lot of listeners are from Denver.
Yeah.
We got listeners all over San Antonio. So know what fans are gonna listen, where you're at, man. Like if you have a t-shirt company, just send it to Butch.
Yeah, send me something and I'll shout out your business. Joanna, first of all, I love you for always defending me in the fucking comments on the lives. You're the best. I watch you. Thank you so much. And Chris
Ramon, the special effects guy.
Thanks for the thank you also for the dono. I just want to let you know, bro. I thought that your suggestions were really good. I'm gonna bring those up with Felipe when we come off. But again, thank you guys for sending that to me. And again, if you guys want us to advertise your business, throw some money. I sound like J-Rod now. Yeah, bro. Go ahead, throw some money in the Venmo, and I will give you guys a shout out along with it. And again, everything goes towards the fucking podcast. None of that money goes towards my weed. None of that money goes towards my other needs. Everything goes to the podcast and the stuff that we use. Because I do a lot of reading. I read at least 1 or 2 books. I find graphs. I do all kinds of stuff. And then we got Xavier now that's working for us. And I see big things for...
Also, man, thank you everybody who came to go see us, came to see me in Las Vegas last night. Thank you. Don't forget, man, we're going to Hartford, Connecticut. Funny Bone.
I'll be there.
He'll be there next week. All right.
All right, brother. Good podcast.
Later, fool.
See you guys next time.